Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LeTip Live. LeTip is an organization of like-minded individuals brought together to help each other's businesses grow and flourish. And today we have a very, very special treat for you. We have Dr. Joie from Bergen Optometry. We're going to learn about her today live with you guys. So if you have a question, comment, or concern, you can put in the comment section. We can answer live. Without any further ado, welcome, Dr. Joie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. This is a very exciting episode. We have Dr. Joie here, and you can check out their Instagram at Bergen Optometry. It's on your screen right there. Dr. Joie, how are you?
Super, thank you.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm good. So let's dive into it. Obviously, Bergen Optometry, dealing with the eyes, right? So what do you guys do over there at Bergen Optometry?
Well, we bring patients into the office. We take a good look inside the eye. We find out if you have a prescription that needs to be attended to, whether it's for reading, for distance, for computer, for all of the above or any of the above. We also do glasses, sunglasses, specialty contact lenses, soft contact lenses, a variety of options from dailies to biweeklies to monthlies, and specialty contact lenses for hard to fit corneas and different kinds of diseases. And we are pretty passionate about ocular disease, dry eye, glaucoma, and many other ocular issues, diabetes, high blood pressure, any issues that happen in the eye. We can pretty much handle all or most of it.
Nice. So I've personally been there. You definitely got to check it out. They have the latest technology of everything. It's the best, obviously. So you definitely got to check that out. Now, there are some machines and stuff in there. So you guys are able to handle all these things because you have top of the line equipment. By looking at it, I don't know what was what, but what are some of those gadgets and gizmos you got?
Well, at Bergen Optometry, we pride ourselves in having the latest equipment for the patient's best needs and their interests. So things that would help patients to focus better on the computer. We have technology that allows us to put prism inside your glasses, something that most offices in Bergen County don't even have, maybe even in all of New Jersey. Just very few have that. We have technology to let us look inside the eye, look at the topography of the eye, which is like the landscape, like a map of the surface of your eye, to understand what contact lenses would best suit your needs. If you're having issues seeing even just through your glasses, we have other ways of understanding what could be going on there. We have technology to assess the retina, which is the back of the eye. And there are multiple layers inside of the retina. And so it's important for us to be able to look at that. The retina is like a layer cake, and we want to be able to look at the deeper layers inside of the layer cake, not just the pretty stuff on top. And so we're capable of doing a lot of things that other offices may or may not be able to do. And we pride ourselves in attending the most cutting edge continuing education lectures, being careful to diagnose and treat when needed. We really care for patients' best interests. And that's why we invest in technology, because we invest in our patients.
Awesome. Great stuff. So Doc, how did you get into the business? Where did you start? Give us a little story of how, Bergen Optometry started.
So, Bergen Optometry was there long before I was, but it was owned by another group, and I joined them. And as I joined, I actually decided in the process of joining that I would buy it out.
Nice.
And I thought that it would be best. I have a partner. Her name is Chilla. She's an optician, and so I'm the optometrist. And so she handles sales and the different technologies that go into different lenses, like progressive lenses that let you see the computer, intermediate and near. So she handles facilitating like cutting of the lenses. We have other opticians in the office as well, and she handles, manages what they do and handles the frame lines. And so she'll go into New York City. She'll go to different showcases, like in Las Vegas. There's one in Milan, one in New York City, and
Nice.
she handpicks different frames from all over. So that's my partner. And Bergen Optometry, we've owned it for 7 years as of this June. And we're proud. It's been growing in a beautiful way. And I've been in optometry myself for over 20 years. Time is flying. But this is my second business. My first one was in Westwood. And we have patients who have followed, and that's been a blessing. It's an honor. And we're really happy to be a part of Hackensack. That I wanted to bring up because we like to be a part of the Chamber of Commerce there. We strive to be a part of it whenever we can to help our patients, to be, with them, to understand their community, because it's our community too.
Awesome. Great stuff. Let's go even further. What made you want to get into the industry? Did you go to school for it? When did you know you wanted to be into the eye business?
So as a child, my father would take my family and I fishing, and he would fillet the fish if they were big enough. And I was so fascinated with the body, and I would just hop up and he showed me how to cut the fish myself. And eventually I got a hold of the eye.
It's popping out the eyeballs.
Yeah, kind of in a gruesome way. And then it kind of grew from there, like this fascination with the eyes. We had neighbors who were optometrists, and I was able to shadow them, be a part of their lives, go into their office, briefly work with them. And they sponsored me to get into optometry school. I didn't actually ultimately go to the school that they sponsored me for.
Mm-hmm.
I wound up in South Florida at Nova Southeastern University.
Cool.
Yeah, they have a college of optometry, which I love. A big shout out to Nova Southeastern, if anyone's out there listening. Wonderful school, wonderful deans, wonderful everything. They've helped to form me as part of who I am today. Of course, my parents too. But my parents were very supportive. And so my passion grew. I thought I was going to be a neurologist. And then I stepped foot in the hospital and I really didn't feel it. I felt like I was best suited to be one-on-one with patients inside of a room where I can, really get to know them, really listen, really care, and be a part of their lives on a more daily basis instead of just in a hospital setting where it's more urgent care and maybe where they're anesthetized. So this way I have relationships, and my associates have relationships. There's 4 of us,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been together for many years, and it's a happy group of people. So
Awesome.
hopefully that helps.
Absolutely. And that's a perfect segue. Relationships are a perfect segue because let's dive into your time with LeTip. So how did you find LeTip?
So LeTip kind of found me through a patient who has been in my life for many years. She's a jeweler of our current group in Hackensack.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I can say her name.
Absolutely.
I can. Okay,
yeah.
great. It's Edna Adut, and she's one of the best jeweler, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So she came as a patient with her son who had an injury while playing basketball, and we hit it off. And she said, you should come check out this group. And they meet every Wednesday morning. And I decided to check it out. And it just felt right. The people are great and wonderful. It's like each relationship is like, I call it like a flowering plant that when you nurture it, it grows. And it's like a flowering gift. And you
Mm-hmm.
keep having them come again. And that's the gift, like the fruit inside of it. So it's a really sweet relationship between the two of us. I grow from them and they grow from me too.
Absolutely. It's great stuff. So how long, I'm sorry if you said it, how long have you been in LeTip?
Good question. I was thinking about that. I think it's been about 4 years.
Nice.
Prior to that, I was in another LeTip with Edna for also about maybe 3 or 4 years.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been a wonderful group.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
So the one question I ask everybody across the nation, what LeTip means to them. So what does LeTip mean to you?
LeTip is like a family. And they're not just a family because they're a family who teaches you a lot.
Yeah.
You don't always learn all the time from your family members, but they're the family you choose. And they're there for you. And they'll educate you. They'll show you the way in so many different directions. I mean, I never knew how to, let's say, build a roof. I never knew how to build a fence. I never knew how to take down a tree. I mean, you can go to, Dr. Alberg and find out about your teeth. You can go to, Pema Sherpa and learn about your roof. You can do everything in between. And here we are today, right, at Undefeated Media, learning about what you do. And it's like amazing to have this. It's really like an education every time you go, every week.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Great stuff.
Yeah.
So do you have any tips or tricks or advice that you could share with maybe a newer member of someone who just joined a LeTip chapter?
Yeah. First, I'd say have patience because people take time to get to know each other, and it's not an overnight success for everyone. I'm an easier tip because everyone who has eyes is a tip for me, but not everyone is. And I think that once you nurture these relationships, you will find that it will pay it forward. It's just in numerous ways. It's exponential. And so I feel that if you take time, get to know them, attend every week, show up with a smile on your face, ask people questions. Don't just sit there and expect them to come up to you. You should ask them questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way to know them. And then ultimately, it will really work out if you are in it for the long haul.
Awesome. Great stuff.
Yeah.
How about some tips, tricks when it comes to eyes? So, I mean, I'll be the guinea pig. I look through the little eye hole in these LCD cameras. I'm staring at a computer screen. Am I, for lack of a better word, screwed?
No, otherwise we would all be screwed. No, I think that something you could consider is using a blue blocker on your glasses.
Okay.
Even if you don't need glasses, they have what we call plano, which is no prescription glasses that have an anti-glare coating that helps reduce your dryness in your eyes, helps you focus better. And although it is still something that some professionals contemplate, blue blocking, I do feel like preventative measures are never a bad decision, and it's on the table for discussion with some groups, but I do feel like preventing any issues as we get older would be good. But I also like to tell people check yearly to see clearly, of course, and that's our American Optometric Association mantra, and I breathe and live that every day.
Nice.
But I also feel that sunglasses should be put in there. And I think that as we age, sun is causing a lot of damage. It causes damage to our skin, the skin around the eyes, skin everywhere. And going out every day when you're not wearing sunglasses is a big concern. And I see a lot of even children do that. And so whenever I get around friends, I like to mention that, or my patients, of course. So sunglasses are essential.
Awesome. So sunglasses are essential. Blue blocking glasses.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure these are all things you can get at Bergen Optometry,
You
right?
can, absolutely, yeah.
With the latest and greatest fashion trendy frames,
We
right?
do. We have that. Yep. So we
Awesome.
have like high tech, we stress the importance on the medical side, but of course we have a full optical for men and women and children.
Nice. Great stuff. Stuff. So when I was a kid, it was like the wives' tale that, eat your carrots, right? So you eat your carrots, so you help your eyes. There's actually, I hope this is appropriate. There was actually a girl when I was like the fourth or fifth grade, whatever, who kind of had like a lazy eye, and she was chugging carrots. I think she fixed it.
It's not going to help the lazy eye.
But she was like chugging, like it was like no, like she had a little bit later eye, and she was eating carrots a lot.
Well, carrots are good in general. Yeah. They have beta carotene.
There you go. So is that the thing that helps the eyes? Is that like why is the wives' tale carrots are good for your eyes?
Because beta carotene is important in the cells for keeping the cells of the retina healthy, but there are many other options out there. So eating the rainbow of foods is also helpful for keeping parts of your retina healthy, such as the macula and the fovea, which allow you to have fine details in your life. And as you age, certain populations are more predisposed to having issues in their retina, such as macular degeneration, which is something that in optometry we like to prevent or catch early. And then we would prescribe something that has lutein, zeaxanthin. There's many different xanthins and other kinds of things like beta carotene, because eating it that much, you can't eat as much as you really need. And so, yes, it's great to eat. It's just an addition, and it's great for your body and all of the cells to keep your brain and body functioning and, running smoothly. But in the eye world, there's a little bit more. So we like
kick it up a notch.
A little bit. Some people need it more than others. Okay. And so I always think if carrots are on your plate, it's a good idea to eat them. It won't harm you, most likely.
Awesome. Well, I definitely got to come and we got to get my nutrition plan, because I've been eating carrots thinking it's helping, but we need to kick it up a notch. We need to kick it up a notch.
It can't hurt.
Because I'm staring at a computer screen all day and these cameras, like that's a very important asset to keep.
It's not going to cause blindness, but it can cause tired eyes, headaches, dry eye, and a plethora of other options. So come visit.
Absolutely. Besides carrots, obviously, there's supplements that you would suggest. Are there any foods that you would suggest, maybe?
So for when we think about omegas, we talk about omega-3s, omegas and 6s. There's a healthy balance of what we call EPA to DHA, and that's important in the back of the eye. It also helps the ocular surface and the tear layer of your eye to help prevent dry eye. So it's what we call like a nutraceutical. So it's a supplement of sorts. And foods like dark meat, fish, like salmon and mackerel. Foods such as walnuts and flax seeds and flaxseed oil, but also if we talk, that's omegas. And then when we talk about other healthy foods like what has lutein, like watermelon and selenium, mushrooms, and any of the colorful foods I always think about. So, grab your purple foods, grab your pink
Nice.
foods, grab any food that has color that's not deep fried and coated in a bad for you sauce. Try your best to choose healthy, fresh foods. And that's helpful for the ocular surface and for the retina.
Awesome.
And that means because the eye is the window to a lot of things in your body. So we say it's the window to your soul.
Yeah.
So keeping your body healthy keeps your eye healthy because it's part of your body.
Awesome. Great stuff. So here's a little bit of a different question.
Okay.
Every once in a while, if I stare at the sky or something, or I stare at the light, I see a couple of them. I get a couple floaties.
Oh yeah.
What is a floatie?
So a floater, which
floater.
is you can call them floaties.
I know what floaters are at the bar. They put a little floater on top of your drink. They put a little shot on top. But what is a floater
that
in your eye?
Better, right? I mean, this is harmless. Most floaters are harmless. As long as they float by, they could zing by. They can do a short little swim by. But those are caused by the sun. So typically sun damage causes different proteins and things to accumulate in the vitreous or the fluid of your eye, and it floats around. And we always recommend wearing sunglasses. So back always circles back to that. And some floaters are a concern. So there are times when those big spot, they might be a bigger spot and it doesn't move. And if it doesn't really move too much, it kind of hangs out. That's more of a concern. And that can be a sign of other issues. And I don't know if I need to get into all of them, but just make sure you see a healthcare professional, an eye doctor, an ophthalmologist, optometrist, if you notice a bigger change. So if it's a little guy who floats by, just wear your sunglasses, and eventually gravity should pull that down, pull it apart. But to prevent furthering of that would be a good idea.
So I shouldn't freak out yet.
No,
nothing
you're
to
too
freak
young.
out. Yeah, they're not sticking around. We're good.
If they move, moving is good.
Yeah, moving's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other tips, tricks, or things you want to share when it comes to the eyes that anyone at home should know about?
No, I think I had a patient once, this is just a funny story, who put lemon juice in her eyes.
What?
Because she was told that it would help with...
While she was eating carrots?
It would help. It would help with her dry eye. Yeah, with her carrot in her mouth. It would help with dry eye.
Wow.
So funny story, because it would
Isn't
cause
that really
her
bad for you?
Because whoever told her this thought that it would help her to produce more tears, which it certainly did. However, note to self, a note to others out there, don't put lemon juice in your eye.
How about just don't listen to just any person on the street?
Yeah,
that should be step one.
Come into Bergen Optometry and we'll help guide you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Away from the lemons.
So what that would be really harmful. It's an acid, right?
It is.
So that would deteriorate the outer lining of your...
Yeah, the ocular surface, the cornea had some issues, so we had to deal with that. Wow. That's a story for another day, but just a funny little tidbit.
Yeah.
But,
no lemon juice in the eye.
No, so I think just having a regular yearly eye exam is helpful for any age from birth. So that includes little Samantha over there.
Yep.
Until death. So every year in between is a year that's important and a year that counts.
Awesome. So when I was a kid, we were playing football. It's probably 5th grade or whatever, playing football. And, my hand must've gotten hit, whatever, but a football hit me directly in the eye. And, when I went to the doctor, before I knew you, I would have went to you, but this is about 5th grade. And, they put me in a dark room with a black light. They put some strip in my eye to make my eye glow. Yeah. And then they saw it was a little bit of a cut or a little bit of a whatever, but they said, it'll go away, it'll heal itself. So do you know what was going on there?
I mean, I wasn't there for it, but it sounds like they instilled a little what we call fluorescein, which is it's almost like a highlighter for the eye, and it pools in an area where the damage is. So if you had an abrasion on the surface of the eye, it kind of gets into the cut, almost like a little river of water, but it's colorful. We're able to put a blue light against it, and it highlights that region. And then we're able to understand the depth and the size and of that boo-boo. And then we're able to decide, do we just give it lubricants, do just an artificial tear, do we put an antibiotic on it, do we put a drop in to make the eye feel more comfortable, because sometimes the part of the eye called the ciliary body goes into a spasm. We want to make the patient comfortable. So and sometimes we even put a bandage contact lens on that, or something now that we use called an amniotic membrane. So there are different treatments depending on the shape, size, location, and severity of that cut. So hopefully that helped to
Yeah,
explain.
great stuff. Great stuff. I mean, any other things that people should be doing? We talked about sunglasses. We talked about blue light blockers.
We talked about omegas.
We talked
right?
about omegas. Did we
Yeah.
cover it all? Any other tips or tricks you'd like to share with the people at home?
Yes, try not to smoke or stay clear of smoke or people who do, because unfortunately that can cause some
Yeah.
problems, not just in our eyes, but in our whole bodies, as you know. So
Yeah.
we're also big proponents of steering clear of smoke.
So it is the 21st century, guys. Come on. So, you know, I would feel like smoking is kind of becoming a thing of the past, but vaping is a thing that's is happening, and you know, they legalize marijuana here. So those two are probably on the rise, where I think smoking cigarettes is probably on a decline. So a friend of a friend, I know someone who was diagnosed with I think glaucoma, and he got before it was legal, he got a card for medical grade. Do we want to dive into that? Is there something we should talk about? How they like?
I mean, it's not really something that most optometrists or ophthalmologists, as far as I know, are prescribing for glaucoma, because we have better medicines out there that are more efficacious, that last longer in the body. Yeah, because really, like, the effects of marijuana on the system, I think might last about 4 hours, maybe less. I could be wrong. So if you're out there listening, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But it's not something that we would prescribe. Well, we can actually. I have a DEA. I can prescribe whatever it is, but it doesn't seem to make sense to the best treatment plan, because there are adverse effects. Yeah. So it doesn't really seem like there are better options out there that have much less adverse effects.
Nice. And vaping is probably a bad idea as well.
I wouldn't recommend it as part of a treatment plan for any.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be treating, but it probably doesn't help in any way.
Not
especially your eyes.
Not ophthalmically or ocularly. I wouldn't recommend it. No.
So be healthy is the number one tip.
Yeah. Stay healthy. Cool. Have your eyes examined, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we want to let you guys know that we are live. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them in the comment section. We can answer it live with Dr. Joie today. I think we covered most of the the serious stuff. We covered LeTip. We covered, your eyes. We do have a fun segment. Don't freak out, but this is the fun, unexpected segment we do. People called the speed round.
Oh boy.
Okay. So we're gonna see if you can survive the speed round. Now the speed round, it's basically gonna rattle off questions. First thing that comes to mind. It's first
like
thing that comes
chocolate or
to
vanilla?
Mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So Pat, you got it queued up. Our ticker, timer. Dr. Joie, are you ready for the unexpected speed round?
Why not?
All right. So let it rip, Pat. All right. Dr. Joie.
Yes.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
Nice. Favorite dessert?
Chocolate mousse.
Awesome. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
Awesome.
Which I don't eat much of.
Favorite movie?
It's an oldie, but Dirty Dancing.
Nice. All right. Favorite TV show?
I don't watch TV, but
okay.
I really love, can I say my favorite Netflix?
Yeah, that was my next question. Okay. Is favorite thing you're streaming?
I really love Bridgerton, and I look forward to the new one.
All right. Is that the one where they have like the new songs remastered for old songs or something?
Yeah. I also like Emily in Paris.
All right. Yeah, I don't watch anything. Yeah. Those are two big ones that are current. Okay. That was TV, streaming. Favorite sport?
Tennis by far.
Wow. So I'll ask you, who's your favorite player?
Ooh, I don't know. Don't ask me that.
You can narrow it down to top.
No, I don't know.
Who are you excited? How about a matchup you're excited?
I like Venus.
Okay.
The Williams. I really think that it's amazing. So awesome. she's kind of a powerhouse. So.
Nice. Is there a matchup you'd like to see her play?
I don't know.
All right. Is there a favorite sports team you have?
Like, you're gonna have a secret. You're gonna laugh. So probably the Eagles, because I'm from Philly.
Oh
my brother and my dad will be upset if I don't know. I know. I'm not in Eagles territory.
All right.
I don't watch a lot of it unless they make it, to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry.
The Eagles. Wow. All right.
I was raised in a suburb of Philly. I have no choice. It's in my blood.
But you were raised in Jersey, right?
In Philly.
You were raised in Philly.
A suburb of Philly.
Because the people down south, they think they're in Philadelphia and they're really in Jersey.
Right, they're close.
What I mean? Like the South Jersey people think they're you know.
But the Philly people don't think so.
Yeah. So they're outcasts, right?
Well,
You don't want them. Like, go back to Jersey.
Yeah,
kinda
we
thing.
don't. I mean, we're not that exclusive, but we probably aren't that inclusive.
Gotcha.
So there's sort of a fine line.
Awesome. Favorite hobby that has nothing to do with work?
I love to cook.
Nice.
Yeah, and I love to kickbox, and I love to work out.
These are a bunch of awesome things.
Yeah,
Nice.
I really like cooking. It's my thing.
Nice. What's your favorite dish to cook?
That's a good question. I like different chicken dishes, but I'm also pretty obsessed with salmon. There's so many options. And so I'm constantly, my son is really into Asian food, and he has positively influenced us. So we're always looking for like Korean options, even like Korean bulgogi and, you know, different sautés and different kinds of stir fries and things I've never dreamed of making before.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got to get you on the Food Channel's got some, or the Food Network's got a show where they like, you know, they pick random people and they go against the chef. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, my sister-in-law's friend from Waldo was just on it. And then like unexpectedly, they're like, yeah, come on in. We want to interview you or something. And they're like, here's a kitchen. You're going against that cook. And it's like they make a meal. I'll send it to you.
I would love it.
Yeah, you should definitely be on that. Kickboxing. Are you doing any competitions? You kicking butt? You're sparring with people?
No, not enough. But I love it. I really like it. Currently, I'm really into doing Orange Theory Fitness. And they don't have a lot of kickboxing, but I'm passionate about that. I enjoy it when I have time.
Awesome. So, great stuff. Favorite thing to do on the weekend?
Paddle boarding at our lake house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's really peaceful.
So are you a warm weather beach person or a ski bunny?
So I used to like both, and I still do. I really think I seem to gravitate in my later years to warmer weather.
Nice.
Yeah, because my husband and I like to dive, and we find that to be also really
like snorkeling with the tank and everything.
Yeah, like all the way down.
Nice.
And seeing the different, the ecosystems in the ocean and the wild. It's really beautiful.
But not the Titanic.
Not that deep.
Too soon.
Yeah, no.
Not the Titanic.
Yeah, no.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, so that's it.
I think you survived the speed round.
I hope so.
Congratulations, you survived the speed round.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Last chance, anybody out there watching live, if you have a question, comment, concern, please put in the comment section. There's a last chance. In the meantime, you should definitely check out at Bergen Optometry, their Instagram page. And if you have any issues or you just need a regular checkup, you should definitely be checking out. You should be definitely contacting Dr. Joie because they're the best in the business in New Jersey, maybe even the world. Absolutely. Maybe even the universe. Doc, any questions, comments, concerns, or anything we didn't touch upon that you'd like to share?
No, thank you for listening. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And it's always an honor. And I look forward to seeing each one of you soon. Come have an eye exam.
Great stuff. Thank you, Dr. Joie, for joining us. You were amazing. And we'll see you guys next time on LeTip Live.